So with question 25, right, you've got the power n here, okay? Now when you've got power n, you can't use the Pascal's triangle approach, okay? Because ultimately we don't know what the power is, so we don't know what row to choose. But what we'll do is, right, we'll consider the sort of general formula for power n, okay? And it works very similar to Pascal's triangle, but you've just got to sort of understand the pattern to it, okay? So quite simply, just like when you do Pascal's triangle, you always start with a to that power there, okay? So a, if that was power 4, you'd put a to the power 4, wouldn't you? But if it's n, you just put a to the power n, okay? Then, plus, now we don't have any coefficients, but we're going to work out the coefficients by using a rule now. On the next term then, in terms of what goes at the front, the coefficient, well, basically, whatever this power is here, you write at the front. You need to think of it as if you bring in that power down, okay? You bring in that power down. So the n goes there, and remember then it's a, and remember you reduce the powers a's, so instead of it being n now, it's going to be 1 less, so n minus 1, alright? And then remember the b's come into play there, okay? It's b to the power 0 here, b to the power 1 there, and we divide the whole thing by 1, right? Okay? And then on the next term then, we're going to have, right, to get the coefficient, again you need to think about bringing that power down, right? So we'll have n minus 1, and remember then what happens to the a's, you reduce the power by 1, right? Again, so that becomes 1 less than this. So if I take away another one from that, it'll be n minus 2, and you increase the b's, so it'll be b squared, okay? So what's actually happening is, on the top, you're reducing the n's as well, because you've got n here, and then n minus 1, right? If you did the next term, it'll be n minus 1, n minus 2. So you're reducing the n's. But on the bottom, the pattern is you actually increase the number. So we've got 1 here, and then here we'll have 1 times 2, okay? Right? And then if it was another one, it'd be 1 times 2 times 3, okay? However, we don't need to do that in this case, okay? And in most cases you won't, because it just compares the coefficient of x squared here. And it's saying the coefficient of x squared is 36. So what I'll do now is I'll substitute in, okay, my a to be 1 and my b to be x, right? Now if a is 1, I can put 1 in there, can't I? Okay, and to the power n, it doesn't make any difference really, because it's still 1, okay? 1 to any power is still going to be 1. Plus then n, again, you've got 1 there, right? Okay, so that's not, I didn't even need to write it, but if you want, you can write it. Divide by 1, so that's just going to stay as 1, and then b, which becomes x. And then here, then you've got n minus 1, a, remember, which is 1, the power n minus 2, which is still 1, b squared, which will be x squared, over 1 times 2, which is 2. So just to simplify that then, we get this. Okay, now it's saying the coefficient of x squared, so in other words, this stuff here, in front of the x squared, is equal to 36. So I'll just say that, right? Okay, so we've got that. Now we can sort of solve this now. This is an equation. Take the 2 up. If I take the 2 up, because I'm dividing by 2 here, I'll times by 2 here. Okay, so, and I can multiply this bracket, can't I? So I'll have n squared minus n equals 72, yeah? I times that bracket out. And if I get this on the other side, I'll have a quadratic, okay? So with a quadratic then, I can have 2 brackets. And I'll be able to find 2 values now. Now, 2 values that multiply to give this n number, minus 72, and add up to give minus 1, isn't it? Because it's minus 1 here. So you can write that here if you want. Multiply to give minus 72, add up to give minus 1. So the numbers are 8 and 9, yeah? Because I know 8 and 9 multiplies to give that. So if I make it minus 9 plus 8, minus 9 plus 8, that will add to give minus 1 as well. So plus 8 minus 9. So that means then you've got n plus 8 equals 0, okay? Or n minus 9 equals 0. So n will equal minus 8, or n will equal 9. Okay, and I underline 9 then because this is impossible, right? In fact, we'll cross that one off because it said in the question n has got to be positive, right? So that's our answer there, n equals 9.